Realistic demands you talk about how. I get it. I'm supposed to be this great man. But even in the midst of realistic situations, how do I achieve the idealistic, i.e. being a good, godly kingdom man?
Right.
So this next scenario we want to talk about is, I don't know if you've been through this. I know I've been through this in times in which sometimes, we referenced it earlier, you want to lay hands on somebody suddenly, for whatever reason. But let's just say specifically, is that ever okay for a Christian man to fight? Let me give you a scenario. You out with your wife, you know, Alicia.
Yep.
You out. I made it real because I said her name. See,
you said her name, yeah, right.
Your lips started quivering. I was like, okay, where are we going with this?
Drop my gun.
So you out, and you know, coming out of the restaurant, you know, you ready to get in the car, you know, y'all go home, a great evening. Somebody decide they just gonna reach out and just grab a whole handful, just grab a whole handful. So as a child of God, as a man of God, like real talk now.
Yeah. My blood pressure is rising.
Is it okay?
Is it okay?
Do we get a pass?
I mean, you know, just even in the scenario, you know, I get hotter than fish grease. You know, I get angry. I really think, KD, that, you know, oftentimes that kind of scenario, I think there are certain things that, yes, it is all right for a man to protect his. Okay. Now, do you get a pass? It was an accidental. How's she feeling? I mean, you know, it's a whole lot of different moving pieces that you survey. But my first instinct, right or wrong, judge me later, my first instinct is to remove your hands by any means necessary.
So what about the whole turn the other cheek thing?
Well, I mean, we wasn't talking about that cheek on my wife. So the very first instance is to remove your hands at any means necessary and then lay hands. I mean, you know, you can't accost my wife and then continue to, you know, talk smack and the best don't get the best of me or the worst don't get the best of me. I mean, I even think I got biblical reference. When Jesus is in the Garden of Gethsemane, Jesus has betrayed him, and they're coming to arrest him. Peter rises up. I mean, this is who God built the church on, Peter.
Right.
Peter rises up, gets ticked off, pulls out his switchblade, and cuts the dude's ear off. What does Jesus do in this scenario when this kingdom man, in which he's establishing the church, Jesus reaches down, picks the man's ear up, dusts it off, and gets rid of the evidence? So here's my point. If I sin and I go too far, then me and the Lord and my conscience and even being submitted under authority will deal with it, and I'll go make my wrong right. But you ain't going to touch my wife. You're not going to touch my kids. You're not going to get up in my face and just get a pass. And I'm not going to let you take care or take advantage of somebody well, shucks, my tongue done got tired. Woo,
you know what, man? I just looked at you on a different set of lenses. Don't mess with Jasper Williams III. There you go. I like that. Okay.
Take my blood pressure,
well,
please.
Good.
Call the church nurse.
Okay, all right, Lord, that just blessed me. Okay, let's take another look at traffic. What's going on?
I'm glad this one over.
A man in conflict on this Man Up Monday. We're going to get out of here. But again, when we talk about being a good, strong man, we want to talk about it from not just an idealistic perspective, but also from a realistic perspective. Both of them are real. It's just that you got to figure out how to get to the idealism in a realistic way. Real talk. How do I walk this stuff out? And sometimes we go through some conflict that causes us to kind of question, like, for real? How do I still maintain the image of godliness, the image of a kingdom man, in the midst of dealing with this situation?
Sure. Well, you know, I think that song is really speaking to the moment that conflict comes, but it doesn't stay. And if a man just grabs hold to that one little fact, it'll help him in the moment. That it's not going to look like this always. And you know, here's the thing with me, man. When my whole perspective on conflict, no matter how big it was, no matter how public or private it was, changed when I realized this one thing. Whatever has to come to me first has to go through God.
Okay.
I have this phrase I call being father filtered.
Father filtered.
All of my conflict, every bit of trouble, every blessing, every promotion, it has to go through God first. And if we realize that God is not trying to break us, that God is not mad with us, and even if he's chastening us, or if he's trying to grow us, no matter what his purpose is, it has to run through him first. It will make us do what every warrior's supposed to do, and that's run to the battle and not run away from the battle.
So conflict is designed to bring us closer to God. So if you're a man listening today and you're in the midst of conflict, you're trying to figure out, like, Lord, what, really? Like, for real?
Yeah.
I thought you loved me. I ain't really supposed to be going through this. I mean, I do everything I can to please you. However, there's an aspect of God, there's a closeness to God that you get, and I know this for a fact, that comes only in the midst of conflict.
That's right.
So we're getting ready to get out of here, man. How do people get to you?
Yes, sir.
And that incredible band.
Yeah, KD. We're called The Church, simply The Church, www.thechurchinfo.org. And we're just a little bit north. Sunday's an easy ride, 20 minutes north. We will be moving to Norcross come top of the year.
Okay,
yes,
all right.
Sir.
Was that an announcement?
Big things happening. Big things happening. Yes, sir. But we're in Norcross. We're in Duluth now. Reach out to me via text. Best way to connect with us. All directions, all information, everything is there with the text. Just text the word relationship. The word relationship, and here comes the number, 71441. Text the word relationship to 71441. When you come, Alicia and I would absolutely love the opportunity to get to meet you.
Good stuff. All right, y'all, we got to get out of here. Live life to the fullest. Keep love alive. Whatever you do, put God first. Until tomorrow, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Final look at traffic. Here's Monique, and I'm out. What do you deal with first? You deal with the issue with the son, or you deal with y'all issue first?
You find what the problem is, and if the problem is with mom and dad, you start there.
Wow. You're pretty good with this, man. Okay, y'all. You want to reach out? Okay, good. Well, there you go. I know scripture too. 404-741-1025.
I ain't mean nothing about it.
No, yes, you did. Let's take another look at traffic. What's going on, Monique?
I'm sorry, bro.
No, it's good. I'm proud of it. I talked on top of myself, and I tell you, I hated that. Oh, I hated it with a burn. I'm double talking. There you go. I'm literally double talking. Oh, my gosh. You started laughing.